Hi, I'm Eric, and I've been doing a little bit of prepping. I don't prep for the end of the world because I don't think I'll be here if the end of the world happens, but I prep because, like during COVID, it was hard to get some things. Some of the shelves were empty. So my wife and I and my son decided, oh, let's do a little prepping, get a couple months worth of food supplied up, and um, go from there. At least we could get by if there's a long-term power outage, another pandemic, whatever the case may be. But I've bought quite a few things from Four Patriots, Agustin Farms, Readywise. I've also packaged some of my own in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. You know, some of the essentials like salt, sugar, flour, beans, rice, etc. But I bought a bunch of these kits from Four Patriots, and the other day I saw they had a special where you buy 1 week's worth of food, you get 2 free weeks. It also had a buy one 72-hour kit, get two for free, and those I could use if one of my neighbors are having the same issue during a food shortage or something. I could give them a box with a week's worth of food, and they should be okay for a little while. But like these are all Four Patriots. I got Four Patriots. I got a bunch of totes here that I repackaged kits in, separated them in by condiments, dinners, breakfast, lunch, stuff like that. So I've got a lot of it. I do buy some canned goods. I wish I had the money to buy some of the canned meats and stuff like that, but they're pretty expensive. But I'm very happy with the Four Patriots stuff I've bought. And they've been fast delivery. I've gotten them usually within 2 to 3 days. I can't complain. It tastes pretty darn good. Some of it needs a little bit of seasoning, but I like things salty with some pepper, so I have to add some spice to some of my stuff. But overall, you know, it's not really something I'm going to sit down and eat dinner with. It's going to be something that I'm going to survive with for a week or two, uh, hopefully at the most. So, you know, the food's good enough for that. Um, I'd highly recommend uh, either getting hold of Four Patriots because they're pretty fast in delivery. You could go to places like Walmart and they sell Agustin Farms. Costco sells like Readywise and I think Mountain Home. There's a couple other food companies out there. Some people say are better than others. I'm not going to complain about Four Patriots. I've loved their customer service. I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but I do have probably, I don't know, maybe 6 months worth of food stocked up, and I've made my own heaters, which I could also cook on, stuff like that. But just in case of an emergency, I'm prepared. My family's prepared, and I've sent kits, like I said, to my daughters, both my daughters, and their husbands, my son, my sister-in-law, my niece. So you know, I've been getting quite a bit of stuff from Four Patriots, and I can't complain. So anyway, watch the rest of my video. Comment below if there's any questions or concerns you might have. Um, I don't want to hear from haters about I don't like Four Patriots or I don't like Agustin Farms or whatever brand. I don't care if you like it or not. I bought what I like for me and my family, and we've enjoyed sampling some of the stuff. Again, I wish I had more money. I could try some of their other stuff that I don't have, but some of their meals look pretty darn good. I just don't have the money to keep buying more and more and more and more. But I would love to sample some more of their stuff. But yeah, one of these days it'll happen. Like I said, I probably won't live long enough to eat all this food, but my kids will and my grandkids will. So anyway, look out for your family. Buy some stuff. Be prepared just in case of emergency. Make sure you have some water on stock also. You know, you want at least a gallon of water, if not more, per person per day. So it's very important because all this food takes water to prepare. So make sure you have some gallons of water in your basement, cellar, pantry, wherever. So in an emergency, you can at least prepare this food. Anyway, let me know below after you watch the rest of the video what you think, and enjoy. Have a great day. So as you can see, we have purchased quite a few kits. Like this is a 4-week survival kit from 4 Patriots, the Lumberjack Survival Food, Survival Sweets kit. Got several of these 1-week kits. There's another one down there. That bucket has 2 weeks worth of food in case we have to get out during an emergency. We at least have 2 weeks of food that we could take with us in a hurry. All these totes here and here are different foods for Patriots. We've got a little bit of Readywise. Got some emergency kits that I built for my families. So all my kids and my sister-in-law all got them. Got a little bit of canned stuff, not much. So there's 4 Patriots scrambled eggs and a Agustin Farms chocolate milk and regular milk. A couple emergency heaters I made. Can also use them as stoves. But again, like I said, all these other totes are food that we've packaged. So I mentioned that I made some survival kits for my family. One of my daughters lives in a tornado-prone area. They also get a lot of winter storms, so I made one for her. Made one for my son, who lives in Idaho, where it gets very cold and a lot of wind. So, power could go out for a while. Made my other daughter that lives in California and her husband one. My wife and I got one. I also made one for my sister-in-law and my niece, who live in an area that get quite a bit of snow, anywhere between 2 and 8 feet of snow at a time a year. So I'll kind of show you what's in these. It's hard to open. But in there, I made a list of what's in it, and it includes duct tape, 1 roll, a spork knife and whistle kit, emergency blanket, 50 foot of paracord, 4mm, magnesium fire starter, 80 cotton rounds, so you can start fires with it if you rub them in Vaseline, tub of Vaseline, 3 Bic lighters, 10 by 8 tarp, 7-gallon tote, which is the yellow tote, so you could use it for carrying water or whatever you need to do. 6 tea lights, a roll of fishing line, 2 packages of fishing hooks, 2 different sizes, 2 bobbers, pack of fishing swivels, 5-gallon Ziploc bags, or 5 1-gallon Ziploc bags, so you keep some stuff dry. A Sawyer water filter kit, black bag, trash bags. You get 6 of those. You can make ponchos or whatever you need to do with them. A plastic trowel, a hatchet multi-tool, 30 zip ties, a sewing kit, first aid kit, and triangular bandages, toothbrushes, bars of soap, a 2-cup bag of white rice, just in case you need just a quick meal. You have some rice, and a paper bag that you could store stuff in. And then I made a list of how to use all those items in different ways. So anyway, it's a pretty nice little kit that I made. It's got all this stuff in there, and it's worthwhile to do. Also, if you're going to create your own stuff, for Patriots, Wallaby bags gives you this. It tells you different things that could last different numbers of years. Some things indefinitely, like salt and sugar and stuff. Anyways, it's just a quick little kit that I made for my family, and in case of an emergency, they could grab this and go. They could start fires, keep warm, whatever they need to do. So I saw the other day, 4 Patriots had 1 week kit, survival kits. You buy one, get 2 free. So basically, for the price of 1 week's worth of food, you get 2 extra ones for free. They also had buy one 72-hour kit and you get 2 for free. So I ordered one for myself, ordered one for my son, and I ordered one for my daughter that lives in the tornado-prone zone. And they also had the big winter storm this year, so I figured they could use it for emergency if the power goes out or something, or the stores are closed. At least they had some food. So let's see what you get in there. So you get 2 of these, or 3 of these 72-hour kits. It's got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's only 3 packages inside there. I believe it's oatmeal, mac and cheese, and I think it's a rice meal. But anyways, you get 3 of those, and then you get the 3 1 week supply survival foods. And I haven't opened one of those yet, but it's got quite a few things in there. I would suggest, if you're interested in this stuff, when you call 4 Patriots, ask them if they have any specials like that on. Sometimes you see them on YouTube and on Facebook, but if you could buy one and get 2 free, that's a pretty good deal. I have eaten quite a few of the 4 Patriots stuff. It's pretty good stuff. Some of it needs a little seasoning because I like it a little saltier. But really, for what you're getting, it's not too bad. Excuse me, clogged throat. But anyway, it's pretty good stuff. And for an emergency, who cares if it's the greatest food? It's enough to get by, and that's all that's important. You need to be able to survive in an emergency. So look them up and see what they have going on. I know sometimes they have buy a 3-week or 4-week kit and you get one free, and you can't go wrong with that. That's enough. Each one of these is 1 week of food for one person. So right now I have 3 weeks of food in these boxes. So my wife and I both get a week and a half worth of food. And that's enough to get us by most emergencies. Anyway, I will have this up on YouTube. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment on there, and I will get back to you with whatever answers you may be asking me. Thanks.